YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I have new type of content that I'm bringing to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy. If you're a true crime fanatic, if you love cold cases, if you like to watch all those crime shows on TV, this is your place to be and channel to watch. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. And if you're not new, welcome back. So this is True Crime with Natashamarie, episode 1. We are going to be talking about D'Lisa Kelley. So D'Lisa was a 24-year-old mother, fiance, and mother-to-be from Dallas, Texas. She is said to be the most vibrant, beautiful, and joyful woman. She had a 2-year-old son and was 2 months pregnant when she vanished under mysterious circumstances. The incident started on March 7th, 2014 at around 4:30 p.m. when D'Lisa left her grandmother's house to go to her best friend's wake. A little after 6 p.m., D'Lisa's sister Jasmine received a pocket dial from D'Lisa's phone, screaming for her life. It sounded like someone was beating her to death. She heard her sister say, "Stop! Stop, get off of me," and a man's voice she didn't recognize say, "Shut up, stop screaming, you're being hard-headed." Her sister immediately called their grandmother to tell her what was going on. Her family members tried calling D'Lisa's phone back, but no one answered. They did, however, get texts back from D'Lisa's phone after they texted her what they heard on the phone. They got a text back saying, "He thought I was with somebody," and then another text saying she would call. But that was the last thing they heard from her. Their grandma ended up calling 911.
My granddaughter. We can't get her on her cell phone. She's not responding to any messages. And she was screaming for her life. Somebody was beating her. And we don't know who has her. So I don't know what to do.
And the dispatcher notified the police sergeant on duty, whose name was Kevin Mansell. Unfortunately, the sergeant didn't take the call too seriously. He just shrugged it off, basically. It ended up being 48 hours until the police actually classified D'Lisa as a missing person. Here's the audio of the 911 call that the operator made with Sergeant Mansell.
How old is this girl?
She's 24. Her granddaughter, but she never goes out missing. And then there's one more thing. She's pregnant.
Well, sounds like she's missing the board. How'd she get in that situation?
But she's 24. Come on now.
He ultimately failed to send somebody out that night to meet with the grandmother.
The police department initiated an administrative investigation on the March 7, 2014 911 call leading to D'Lisa's disappearance. Kevin Mansell ended up being disciplined and suspended. It wasn't until March 13th that they got an anonymous tip that someone saw D'Lisa on March 7th at a stop and save that's kind of like a convenience store, corner of Sunnyvale Road and Overton Road. The police were able to obtain footage of D'Lisa entering and exiting the convenience store and getting into a blue 1986 Mercury Grand Marquis. The next day, March 14th, 2014, South Central Patrol found a body at 1215 Presidio Ave, which was an abandoned home, only 5 minutes away from the store. When detectives went to that location, they matched the body to D'Lisa. According to D'Lisa's mother, D'Lisa was all cut up, was beaten badly. They crushed her jaw, they crushed her hand, had gashes all over her face, just beat her severely, she said. Autopsy revealed that D'Lisa had been strangled and beaten to death. Autopsy also had revealed that she was 2 months pregnant at the time of her death. And that is so sad, y'all. Like, I could not even imagine what she went through. The police interviewed the man who owned the car. They found no evidence to push further. And also, her fiance was cooperating with the police. No suspects were determined. While researching the case, I found some hearsay, you know, he say, she say, about D'Lisa and her fiance. Allegedly, D'Lisa's family did not like him, and his mother did not like D'Lisa and how she carried herself. But who knows? Like I said, that's he say, she say, and that's just what was put on the internet. Personally, I don't see how there's no info on the guy who had the car. He literally was the last person to see D'Lisa alive. I just don't understand how they couldn't find or, you know, look to find no evidence on the car or around his car. It's so crazy to me. So many questions like arise from reading about this. And the fact that the store was only 5 minutes from where she was found dead at is just mind-boggling, you know. Her family continues to seek for justice and answers in the death of D'Lisa. They have pushed to create a Kelley alert in Texas, which is similar to an Amber Alert for like children, but it relates to adults in immediate danger. And on June 6th, 2019, that became a law in Texas, so it actually got pushed to a law, which is amazing, and I know that it has probably helped so many families out there, you know. Many people believe that D'Lisa could have been saved if police had handled her 911 call properly. And the police did try to ping D'Lisa's phone, but there was no location data that T-Mobile could find for them. And her carrier was T-Mobile, but at the time had a nationwide outage on like that type of data on phones at that time, and they actually got fined by the Federal Communications Commission $17.5 million. So I believe that definitely could have played a different role too if they were able to ping her phone after they received that call, you know. Still to this day, there has not been any arrests, and police still don't have any clue on who the man heard yelling could be. If you have any information on the 2014 murder of D'Lisa Kelley, please call the Dallas Police Department Homicide Unit at 214-671-3661 or submit your information via iWatch to stay anonymous. And there's also a $100,000 reward on any tips or information on this case. You can also call the North Texas Crime Stoppers at 877-373-TIPS. So that was the end of my cover of D'Lisa Kelley episode 1 of my true crime series. Let me know in the comments, you know, what do you guys think happened. I'm really starting this just to bring, you know, a voice to people who lost their voice, you know. There's families out here that want justice. There's a lot of people out there that want answers. Being on a platform, it's important, I think, for people to use their platform for the greater good. Also in the comments, let me know if you have any cases you want to see covered. I can definitely do that too. Suggestions. Like always, if you haven't already, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.